Having made the dash to cross the state line, survived unseasonally wet weather and bypassed Townsville in lockdown, it was time to slow down. Time to relax as I headed up the coast towards Cairns, and what better way to do that than see a few waterfalls. So this is the entry to Wallaman Falls, just out of Ingham. Pretty little spot. Bugger. Well, I'm sure this isn't it, but the track's closed. Pretty spectacular. Approaching Wallaman Falls. Get off the road. You'd think they owned the place. What a lot of bullshit. I've got to drive through that. This is the view down the valley from the falls. Well, I've seen some pretty impressive waterfalls in New Zealand, but this is right up there with them. It was about a 2k, 30-minute, quite difficult walk to get down here. Everything's dripping, including me, so now I've got to get back up to the top. Ah, an old farts bench. I won't be using that. And I didn't even know that I owned land in Queensland. Haven't seen one yet, but you never know. Of course, you have to see one before you can feed one. That would be worth seeing. Bananas are huge business in Queensland and sell locally for about $2 a kilo. Sometimes, if you're really lucky, you can buy them already bagged. Well, I'm glad we sorted that one out. So there I was, just driving along enjoying the scenery when I came to a bend in the road, and as I went around it, this is what I saw. I'd never seen a wild cassowary before, so it was a first for me. It wasn't in the least aggressive, in fact it wasn't even very wary. It came right up to the car and let me get some great shots.
Well, I just had a beautiful growth with a little swashbuckle behind a big groper. That was the most frustrating bit of action that we've missed out on. GT. Finally.
So that's a grunter, is it?
That's a grunter, yeah.
Mount Bartlefreux, Queensland's highest peak. A very interesting cloud formation on the top. I was feeling pretty pleased with myself after seeing a cassowary the day before. So you can imagine my surprise when just a day later I saw another one. So this is Babinda Creek, near the little town of Babinda, which is just north of Innisfail, and I've been given a hot tip that I could catch jungle perch here. I can see a few fish swimming around down here, and I was expecting to catch them on lures, but apparently the best bait is worms, a bit like bobbing for trout, so we'll see how we go. I managed to dig up a few scruffy looking worms from a clay bank, so I'm going to give them a try and see if I can't catch my first jungle perch. Hook tied straight on the end of the line, and they sure as hell ain't janjuck worms, very poor looking specimens, but we'll see how we go. Right, first cast. Got something. I think that is a little sooty grunter. He swallowed the hook. I did think I was getting a few taps. I think let him go. Right, well, I don't have much in the way of worms, so I'm going to have to be on the ball, otherwise I'm going to get stripped off very quickly. There's a bite. I don't think they're very big. Oh, they're quick. Well, I had a hit then. These worms are pretty ordinary. Well, the little stuff is just cleaning me up here. I just need one decent fish to dive out and grab it. I'll be a happy man. But there's an awful lot of little ones. Got something. I think it's another little sooty grunter. which is not really what I'm after. I want a jungle perch. I have seen a couple swimming around. Well, at least this one hasn't swallowed the hook. Pretty little fish. Well, jungle perch 1, Frank 0. I'll try again, maybe in a bit smaller creek. This is way too much current here. Never mind, it's always tomorrow.